The person who need Martin, the person who need to put my head in the sun.
It was in the sun. It's very hot there.
Yeah, you have to I mean, all the sweat there.
Next time that papaya will be served, don't be surprised if I put some seeds in a bowl to offer, because it's very, very good medicine for the intestine.
For the what?
Intestine, for many things in the intestine.
Intestine.
Very, very good. It's the most precious in the plant.
What kind of seed is it?
Parasites and many things, when you many things. And sometimes in one time.
I'm asked, Michelle, sometimes listen, I'm asking what kind of medicine is it? What kind of seeds are they?
Papaya.
Yeah. We eat the fruit. We normally don't.
This morning we have been eating the fruit.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you, next time I will serve it also, I will serve in a bowl the seeds.
Yeah, you can serve it. I don't know if I'm going to eat it.
That's up to you, but it's a very good medicine, so you can have the opportunity to take it if you
There's so much good medicine in this world. We can't think of anything else than about our body. I understand it in your case, I mean, you have a lot of trouble with your body. Yeah. I mean, go ahead and prepare them for yourself, yeah? Or if the others want it, that's fine. Be more concerned about the chitta. Huh? Find some seeds, that cure the kilesas, Huh?
I would like.
Yeah. I mean, be inventive in that way. Because we can't do it, we find work to do. Yeah. He still is not eating tomorrow.
7th day tomorrow.
And he doesn't eat any honey anymore.
He ate six a day.
Good. Well, it's up to him. I mean, it's his stomach.
He's taking some medicine as well. He asked me to offer some medicine.
From the cabinet.
Yeah.
That means, didn't I ask, a few days ago, to clean out the cabinet and then get all the things offered, and then and when he asks you that the things are offered. Yeah.
Yes. We planned already.
You planned already, but
Tomorrow didn't happen yet.
And then just right, don't touch. The wasabi is gone, huh?
Yeah. Just finish it.
Mm-hmm. It's spicy, huh? No? One sees it, your forehead is sweating. Du solltest nach Deutschland und Kartoffelpüree essen.
Wieso?
Das ist nicht so scharf.
จริงๆไม่ต้องกลับเยอรมันก็ได้ซื้อมันฝรั่งที่นี่ต้มแล้วก็บดให้มันละเอียด
Do we have some wire in the garage?
What kind of wire? Cable.
Flexible, yeah, cable.
We've got a lot under the sala. Yeah, I thought about it, but
This they can't chew through.
they can't go through, but it's kind of stiff, you know, it's not
Yeah,
very flexible.
yeah, but that, I mean, just for a few days. I mean, today, you know, even when he went loose, you know, I mean, he noticed that he can't go out. Right? I was looking, and then I looked at him, and then he went back.
Which one?
Fox.
Wendy completely disappeared.
Yeah. Well, she will come for food. And it's good. I mean, if she doesn't like it to be trained, you know, then just go out and you don't have to worry about it. Just like with you. If you don't like the training, you can leave any time, yeah? You make me very happy. If you go to Lumpur Dan or Lumpur Chandrian, and what was the other one? Ajahn Martin. Somebody from Austria wanted to come to ordain, and but he didn't like that we eat meat.
Eat meat.
I can't eat. I am a vegetarian, and the water is overflowing.
No?
Yeah. Here, it's overflowing here. Oh, it's not even.
Okay. He doesn't have to eat meat.
Anyway, I said, go to Nanachat. They don't accept monks over 50. He said, your problem.
Is he over 50?
Yeah.
That's all his karma.
If you're choosy, you don't.
Yeah. Well,
Ajahn Chef doesn't accept over 50.
Oh, 45, 40.
40. Good.
Over 40? That's young. What's wrong with the ones over 40?
Well, they think it is too difficult to train them. Yeah, some of them are stubborn, you know. It's also not good karma. if you see somebody is really intent on ordaining and then you just dismiss him or discriminate him because of his age, that is not within the 10 questions asked. Are you over 50?
It's not. That's
It's bad karma.
Extra rule.
Yeah.
I did read one sutta where this old man ordained, and the Lord Buddha he gave him a teaching, but first he admonished him for waiting so long.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that, yes. But he still ordained him.
Yeah. I think he probably became an arahant if he
Yeah,
was in the
probably.
suttas.
probably right there.
After a very short time, and this short time is about 10 to 15 years, 10 to 20 years. Selection based on color, on age, on this or that. Yeah. So proper.
There's one other thing I read in the suttas. There's this monk, and he would only ordain people who would do certain dhutangas. And he told the Lord Buddha, and the Lord Buddha said, "That's good." But it's like us, we have to, if we stay at one time, do certain dhutangas.
Yeah.
But anyway, I expected the Buddha would say, no, let them do what they want, but if he ordains with him, he has to do these.
Yeah, I mean that is clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be with that teacher, right? If you don't want. So no, chat, they don't accept meat, or what do they do?
No.
They just say no meat.
But even here you could choose vegetarian food. That guy, Srinka Danger. He could choose. I mean,
Yeah, but he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the idea that monks accept.
But they would decline everywhere. So if they would go and live about somewhere else, they say like no.
I don't know. Well, they only go in there. Well, they let the people know, and that is what is wrong. Yeah.
What they want. They say what they want. Yeah.
Or what they don't want.
Or what they don't want. Yeah, the same.
People give us what kind of food they like, and we should be happy with it.
You can always reflect about food. I mean, it's about meat. So
You can chop off your own meat and eat it.
well, we wouldn't realize. I think if there wouldn't be pain. If it's nicely cooked.
That reminds me of something else. There's something in my kuti that smells really bad. You notice it?
Since today.
Yeah, I mean, but I smelled it yesterday as well.
I didn't notice that. Something smells really bad. Okay, I'll have a look.
Yeah, I mean, you will see the window where I removed the curtains. An animal got stuck and is rotting away.
Which window? Did you say curtain?
Where I removed the curtain.
So the
Because
wall-
it is always to the north, so I mean, we don't need a curtain. And I put it there where the sun comes in. And it kept it cooler a little bit.
I found 2 big blankets. I will bring them now. So let's see. Or towels, old towels.
I guess if I have to stay here, I have to put in an air conditioner.
Well,
In the
we get hotter now. Where's the weather?
it will get as hot as 37 degrees in your downstairs.
Oh, then there over there it's cooking.
It's 40 over 40.
Already yesterday was so hot there.
Such a bad idea. I mean,
It's like all the old monks, they built the things close to the stone, next to the stone, because it's nice and cool. But then, then they want nice view, or
that was the whole idea, having a nice view.
yeah,
On his Chongrom path, I mean,
Yeah.
looking down.
because to building those stones, this is such a great idea. It's cool and it's like that room there down. It's never too warm and not too cold.
But the moment, I mean, in March, then it won't cool down. Because the stone keeps the heat, it won't cool down. That's where you... I stayed, we stayed till April, yeah? So I mean, it really nearly got the hottest time, yeah? And it was never below 35, even in the night.
And actually I found the Changrom pass from this other kuti
Yeah?
just behind there, the one without floor.
It's behind.
Yeah, there is a Changrom pass just a bit like 5 meters underneath the cookie.
Yeah, that could be. Cookie. Yeah, I mean, he wants some cookies.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants some chocolate.
No, thank you.
That was cold.
Cookie little hit.
It's what you call Freudscher Versprecher.
You say what you want from them.
Freudian slip.
It's a very good. It's just in the next to the person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this is one kuti we need to repair. I found some roof plate for this home now, close to the Koran.
In der Höhle oben hat es auch welche. Auch so Dachplatten.
Uh-huh.
but
We
this
need them.
yeah.
I guess this wasn't a cheap cigar.
Wasn't cheap.
I mean, Cuban cigars are never. But he really liked it here. This one, this French with the beard. I really got interested.
Oh, he bought the cigar.
What?
He bought the cigar.
Well, he gave me the cigar.
He would probably have been in South America on that flight.
Probably.
South America. You can't circle to Cuba.
Well, he probably went to Cuba. What shall I do back in France? I mean, if you can't find anything to do, come back. You still can put less honey in it. It's still.
Oh, it's leftover today, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Maybe
It doesn't matter.
will be.
I don't like it so sweet. And there's a big thermos flask in my kuti. Why don't you give it to? You didn't see it.
There next to the thing. Well, here would be one too, but I think.
No, a good one.
Oh, okay.
No, not this one. I mean, this is not really a good thermos flask. No, a metal one. You didn't see it?
Do you want one? Or
Of course. No need to ask.
The one with the beard, it is Alexander friend,
Probably.
so he is with his girlfriend.
I think, yeah, he is with Alexander's old girlfriend. So who's coming? Who's coming to Pantat on Monday?
On Monday I have to go to Thailand to get my visa. Well, not to Thailand, Vientiane.
So you could go with us in the car. At least Udon. Then he needs to go. And then we stay overnight and the next day we come back. And I need somebody that can upload then the talks. You probably need to create the links, huh? That's why you probably need to go there as well.
Well, I remember. Just did it once, but I should remember.
And then you have to ask Ajahn Martin to go Pindapat, otherwise they don't have any food.
Just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just one morning.
Wann ist dein Visa?
24. Ich muss es nicht nutzen.
So you prepared everything?
For the visa.
Yeah.
We'll need another photocopy of the passport or the bicycle. Yeah.
Oh,
Because he used one.
oh yeah.
That should be signed at the bottom.
Are you going to the police immigration for it?
Yeah, we have to. We don't want to, but we have to.
You can see Mr. Bumberit.
What?
Mr. Bumberit, that I always see.
Bompalit?
Bumberit
I don't know.
is a practitioner in the work.
No, it's not windy. Yeah, there is one, and there is for especially the woman who is sometimes there.
You speak English?
I don't remember. I mean, they change very often. Yeah, I mean, every 2 years they are gone to another place. We had a really for a while we had a really good look set of Lungda Mahapo sitting there, and then he was moved to another province. And in the beginning, I always had to go to Nong Khai because Udon didn't have an office. Then for 2 years Udon had an office, then they closed it, and then we had to go back to Nong Khai again. Then they opened it again for another 2 years, yeah, or 3 years, yeah, under Ek Udon, and then they closed it again, yeah. But now it seems to be permanent. It has been there for quite a while. At least since you ordained, yeah.
It was always there when I was ordaining.
And before?
For I never needed to go.
Now there are quite a lot of people there. At the beginning there used to be 1 or 2, because there were not many forums there. You shouldn't smoke so much.
Now I know, I thought it's something burning. I saw smoke on that way. Now I know. Yeah, it must be very strong. That's right.
Has any one of you seen the walls that used to be over there for making paths? A wall, a roller, a heavy roller, metal roller. You can feel.
I've not seen one here.
Yes, last year there was one. Just there, the entrance.
The one you
Yeah.
the what do you call it, powered one, petrol. So it was a big one you could sit on, wasn't it?
No, I have never seen that.
Underneath the second sala, so behind the second sala. Oh no, that was a cement mixer. Just remember this yellow machine. No, I've not seen this a roll.
It looked very similar to that, but that is just an empty shell, and it was out of metal. Probably they have it in Hong Kong Pen.
Not in the go down to this side.
No, not to the side. I mean, if it is, then it is in the Godang. So everybody happy? No questions? No troubles with your kilesas? Or have you succumbed to your kilesas? Yeah. Look.
Ajahn, relating to what we said yesterday, I had a question because in the sutta they say that, and also you have to develop sila in order to develop samadhi, and to have good samadhi, to overcome the hindrances. Not possible without Shila.
I mean, the problem with it's the eightfold path, yeah, or it's the path of sila, samadhi, and panya. Yeah, if you build your house on panya or samadhi or sila, it will topple over. Yeah, if you build it on two, on sila and samadhi, it will still topple over. Yeah, so you have to. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, the sila develops samadhi. Yeah, makes it easier for samadhi. But without samadhi, I mean, you will not be able to see your faults in sila. Yeah? Without panya, you won't see the faults in sila. So, I mean, you have to develop that, raise it, all at the same time. Yeah?
I will complete my question.
Huh?
I will complete my question.
Yeah.
Is that, and sometimes you see, for example, in the sutta, some who had developed great power through jhanas,
Yeah.
and flying in the sky,
Yeah.
and they see a woman, it fall down
Mm-hmm.
because impurity are coming. But I'm very surprised because in the same time you have many masters who have samadhis,
Yeah.
and powers, and who had very bad shila,
Yeah.
and bad behavior.
Yeah.
So how is it possible in accord with the sutta, except if when they are in samadhi they make pact with yaka, we give them power even if they don't have any shila.
No. You cannot develop good samadhi without good sila. Yeah? If you have developed good samadhi, and that's what happened to them, then they can neglect their sila.
Because they already have, yes, this is what I thought, because they already have developed it, so they manage to get.
Yeah, I mean they have developed it over several lives, and now it comes very easy to them, and so I mean their sila is broken, but they cannot develop it further.
Did they lose the samadhi?
Of course, they will lose it over time, but I mean, if you develop something, a characteristic, it will be powerful. I mean, think about Devadatta. In order to get all these spiritual powers,
that was an example also. Or the little Buddha, the one in Nepal who stays 7 years, a young one, without to eat, and finally now he's violent, attacking family and villagers, and in the power.
I have no idea, but I mean, yes, it can happen. Yeah, I mean, because samadhi is not panya. Yeah, I mean, most people will develop sila and samadhi, and forget about panya. Yeah, panya is very weak. Yeah, and that's why they fall over.
But why in the sutta when for example, this one flying and he see a woman and fall down?
Yeah, because he loses his concentration. Not because of his sila.
No.
I mean, it can
because-
happen to anyone. It has nothing to do with sila if you see a woman.
No, with impurity he has developed in himself.
No. I mean, it has nothing to do with sila, you know. I mean, within the sila, there's nothing, you know, nothing wrong, you know. I mean, having a wife, you know, yeah.
No, but for a monk.
Yeah, for a monk, you know, I mean, a monk is a person. I mean, he has to develop this. I mean, you can't expect, you know, why do you think so many monks are in hell?
The same rules for everybody.
Yeah. They are people. It doesn't mean that they are pure or impure, yeah? Just become that, you know, I mean, Lungta said it very clearly, yeah? I mean, the moment you ordain, I mean, it is the body that ordains, yeah? It's not the kilesas that ordain. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't really matter, yeah? I mean, there are impurities in the mind all the time, you know? It depends on if you give in to them or not. Yeah? And that is a question of panya.
How is
A monk can any time disrobe, yeah? That's a good thing.
how are you supposed to then develop panya at this point?
Investigation.
What, for example?
Body,
Okay,
that's the first thing.
we can do it already.
Yeah. I mean, I told you before. I mean, just start with you know, you start with the cause, yeah? Looking at your birth, looking at old age, looking at sickness, looking at death, or looking at the teeth, looking at the hairs, yeah? Looking at the skin, looking at your life of how much dukkha, that is already investigation. What is already investigation is this daily reflection that you constantly forget. That leads to wisdom. Yeah? But we cannot make ourselves wise. Yeah? We can only just, you know, open the eyes of Dhamma to see what it does, or the eyes of the Chitta to see what it does. Yeah? And that's how it develops. Is it all the smoke from the cigar?
No, a flat.
Oh, that's his cigarette. That smells bad. Everything is possible unless they are, you know, anagami. A Sotapanna can still marry. He can be happily married, yeah? And he doesn't break the sila, so he can have very good samadhi. And if he sees a woman, you know, I mean, he might, you know, yeah, look at it just the same way, you know, for the first moment until his panya catches in. He said, I have already a woman, yeah. If he doesn't have, you know, he can ask her to marry him or whatever they want, yeah. That's the problem, you know, if you read the suttas, I mean, a lot of misunderstandings, and because you don't know how these things work together. Yeah? Misunderstandings can occur. Yeah? Of course, you can only develop very good samadhi if you have good sila. But if you think about, you know, getting these magical powers, I mean, it takes you 18 years, you know, and all what you do is you stare on these casinos. And that's so tough work, you know, and you can't let any bad thought in. Yeah? But that doesn't mean that you have eradicated these bad thoughts. So once you have these powers, you can do very bad things with these powers.
You tell us to develop samadhi all the time. Like that's the most, you tell us that more than anything.
I mean, because I assume, you know, and for most of the people it holds true, that you keep the silas. Yeah? I mean, if you're here in the monastery. Yeah? If I catch somebody, who doesn't keep the sila, he's gone. So I mean, Lungta never talked, to the monks about sila, because it was implied that the monks keep the sila. Yeah? Why should he bother? But when he went out to the lay people, he was talking about nothing else than sila. Yeah? I mean, wherever it is necessary. Just because I don't talk about sila doesn't mean it is not important. We just keep it. That's it. Yeah? And with that, we already, have cut down on the second fetter. Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Totally know the precepts.
But you cannot perfect sila without samadhi or panya. The more you develop panya, the more you see how wrong your sila still is. Yeah? If you haven't developed panya, you can't develop sila. And the same thing with samadhi. If you don't have sati, you don't see what you're doing. So you don't know even if it's wrong, because you don't notice it. Yeah? That's where the reflection kicks in. Got it? Huh? Don't read so much.
I'm not reading at all, actually.
And then forget what you read.
It's a question I had since a long time. So as I have opportunity, I ask you.
Wendy.
Soll ich den Sonnenaufgang nochmal morgen filmen? Oder war es heute okay?
Was denkst du? Ich habe es noch nicht angeschaut.
Ich denke es okay.
Lass uns mal, ne? Lass uns jetzt mal für eine Woche da Ruhe, ne?
Can I just ask a question about looking back at the life to see if I want to live through it, something like that again? I tried to do it, but I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to look at some memories, university.
Yeah, but then go back.
Okay.
High school, then go back, primary school, and then go to the time, where there was the puberty. And then go back, when you learn to walk or when you learn to talk, yeah? Go back, as much as you can remember. Start, from now, just go back, years, and this trains memory, and we do need memory, yeah? Memory is a very important aspect in developing panya.
Day by day, how month by month, or year?
Yeah,
Or what?
something, the important things, yeah.
Okay.
And then when you see a situation where you thought it was a lot of happiness, then look more specific, to find all this unhappiness there. And you will be amazed, yeah. Because memory is, brought up by the kilesas, and they make us believe this was really happy, and then we see, all this unhappiness and all this excitement. Yeah? You fell in love and waiting for the call of your girlfriend, huh? That's so much to go. Oh. You were constantly, worried and things, why doesn't he call and things like that. Yeah, we don't see that, We only see, the nice moments, when we were, together with our partner or whatever, yeah. But we don't see all the things around. That's, that's where we look closer, yeah. Because the kilesas try to make us, that this life is wonderful, yeah. How to find a job, how to train yourself, and so on, yeah. And their colleagues, be it the students or at work or something like that, yeah? Or your boss. Or when you're in the army, your trainer, yeah? Yeah? Or the monks, that chase you around. Do this, do that, do that. That's all, that's happiness, yeah? And if it happens there, it will happen in the rest of our lives as well, yeah? And to get disillusioned about, what, to see, there is nothing really that we gain from life. Huh? If you can see, that's actually from the moment we are born, we waste our time, and wait for death, yeah? More or less useful, yeah? But most of the time, less useful. Yeah? We just play around and wait, yeah? Look at the news, look at this, look at that, being interested in this, yeah? What does it bring us? Does it bring us happiness? Yeah? To know this? Because if we know this, we want to know something else. Huh? See it. Okay?
Yeah. I don't know if anybody ever came up to me and said, do you want to live through this life again? I think it's probably feels like a very long time that I've never thought. We don't usually think about it like, do I want to do this again?
Yeah.
Usually the answer is yes, automatically. So we get reborn as well. All the time.
Yeah.
We never think to come out.
Yeah, and that's why I'm always asking this question. Huh? Yeah. This question needs to be asked, yeah?
Well, it depends on the person, because I can say since my childhood I don't want to come back.
Yeah, but so then this is a motivation to work hard, to get down on the kilesas, not to fall for them, for their deception that tells us, oh, this was such a nice life, Or, because it was not nice, they say, the promise is next life will be much, much better. Yeah, but they do it. And we fall for it.
And when we say fall in love,
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah. Just like the German word for passion. Yeah? Something that brings suffering. Leiden schafft. Huh? Es schafft Leiden. It brings suffering. That's the German word for passion. Yeah?
Aber schaffen mit 2 F und das andere mit einem F. Leidenschaft.
Mhm.
Aber ja, hat er recht.
Yeah, and Neugier?
Neu. Gier nach was Neuem.
Uh-huh.
Deutsche Sprache.
Yeah, everybody knows it, that passion, brings a lot of suffering. Yeah? But we don't look at it, yeah? We have a positive, we have a positive remembrance, that was very passionate, yeah? And then we don't look at the surrounding. Yeah? Yes, of course, I like to ask this question. Because it can be a great motivation for us, to strive to get out of this hellish cycle. But we fall, it's too hot, we instantly fall. Yeah.
Even when we are very convinced,
Yeah.
it's not for that it is easy.
No, it's not easy. No, nobody said it is easy. It is the most difficult work in the whole world.
Even when we are really convinced,
Yeah. Yeah. The moment I got a little bit lazy, I asked myself, or when I found it difficult, that means you want to be reborn. And then instantly no came up, so what do? You go on, you fight them. But that was the motivation for me. You have to find your own motivation that keeps you going. Yeah? Wendy's.
Actually, I also have that one, but I have no strength.
You see, Wendy?
No, they're on the path of the Ajahn.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what they're looking at.
Well, they're always howling at something. Where's our Saddam?
He's on his way.
On his way, he also goes there.
Maybe getting better.
Huh?
Maybe recovering.
Yeah. He was not well.